we got a bracket being made down here in the losers side of things, man. Hold up. We got to go over this real quick, Mr. Cat. Hey, yo, can you read this out for us in the losers top A real quick?
I like to see this. We knew Aeris was going to be here, but FatPac and Elijah making it through to top 8. I love to see it. I'm not going to lie. I'm a big FatPac fan. You know, I like the vibes in some of these top 8 streams. Bro really just sits there chilling to young boy, whatever it may be in his ears, just vibing. I love to see it. We got Trout and Davis pushing their way through as well. The ace seed in this one going to make it to top 8. So seeding done pretty dang good. And Shiro and Poro, that's going to be a ridiculous set. Absolutely ridiculous set. That'll be up next after Aeris and FatPac set. That's going to be one that could definitely go either way.
Yeah, that set is definitely old chem and new chem, because FatPac and ElijahDaffy did have very, very good results in early multiverses. And since then, they haven't really duoed much. But hey, for the big money tourney, you gotta turn up with the old homie, man.
You gotta put your hat in the ring.
Yeah, you gotta hit up the old homie and be like, hey, yo, there's big money on the line. Hey, yo, we gotta get this flight to Plat fight, boy, you know? We gotta get this flight. We gotta get, hey, yo, that grand finals match is basically a 3K money match. Hey, yo, there's money on the line.
Yeah, it is. It literally is. 3K money match, not to mention all these matches going to be money matches in some way. Fighting for 5th now, which will be 375 to be made for the duo there. So there's certainly prizing starting to accrue. All these games could get sweatier and sweatier. I mean, if a game 5 comes through, you already know why and how and for what reason. We saw one already on the day. The 3-0, you know, forget about it. Everything else going to 5 cost you. Everything else.
Oh, yeah. Definitely believe it. At this point, the pressure is there. The pressure is there, especially as a competitor. You gotta just really take into account pressure, mental stack, just overall calmness in the environment of competing as well. You gotta let yourself really flow through, especially in those 2-1 scenarios. You're down a game, or hell, even in those 2-0 sweeps, you're like, man, I'm down 2 games. You really can't let it get to the mental.
No, absolutely
3-0 sweeps are possible. Those reverse sweeps are possible. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we got FatPac and ElijahDaffy versus Aeris and Nano. Hey, yo, old chem versus new chem. Yo, we got it right on the money. So as we see right here, we got Jake Raven versus Rick and Shaggy. Not typically a comp you see every day, but hey, let's see if we put to action right here.
Yeah, FatPac can get close to enable the Rick. This could be interesting. The Jake's been so impressive this season. Nair looks so good. Looks ridiculously good, really. So that's going to be a lot of close range opportunity. Aeris has a chance to really stuff players out as well with the Raven. Picked it up pretty much day 1 as well. Has had, I'd say, more than suitable practice time on it already. So has looked very convincing. Maybe the best Raven right now as well, at least in bracket play. So it's going to be very difficult with this comp for the blue team to kind of get in and get anything done.
Yeah, blue team has to really find their way in, not only through Jake Nair, but also the Raven setups, being that, you know, Raven can set up Lenore, and see, there it is right there. So if Raven really focuses on just defending their teammate with the Lenore, whether it be, you know, the bounce back with the neutral special, whether it be aerial or grounded, you know, there's just going to be a lot of pushback, and it's going to be that much harder to find their way in. It's the Nair count, baby.
I like that Nair into up air there from Nano and Aeris. I want to see if that's something we see possibly as a set piece for them in the future. It looked almost second nature, so clearly something there to it. Sarah from the Raven going to come out to trade a stock there, and this is looking very favorable for the red team. Almost up an entire stock right now.
Yeah, they're up in an entire stock. They do have stock advantage, but all things considered, it still technically is an even game, although blue team just has to be that much more careful. FatPac finding some damage, 103 already on the board for Aeris. Gotta find some damage onto the Jake, although Aeris with the rage mode. Don't get that Raven to 100. Gotta get the Jake to 100 first, otherwise that will happen. Rage mode Raven. Oh my gosh, she kills so early. Jake kills so early too. You gotta watch out. They're both public enemy #1, man. Oh my gosh.
and the tilt to set that up from Nano is huge. Drops down in car, turns the Meeseeks back in their control, so the swing ends up, the swing from Elijah throws them both into the air, allows for the Raven to convert instead with Nair and then start the combo. Really smart, really heads up play, and I love to see not just set pieces come out from these bigger players, but the ability to react so quickly to utility. That's fantastic stuff from the Jake.
Oh yeah, of course. And both of these characters are technically anti-projectile as well. With Raven, you know, doing the down special, whether it be on the bird or on herself. So that will definitely be interesting, as well as Jake, you know, with the house. Although Nano hasn't been using house, we've seen a lot of Nair and Bite. Mostly Nair. But Nair is a really good move.
Yeah, Bite's so last season, man. It's all Nair now.
Oh yeah.
Jake gonna go down very, very early. That's both stocks now away. So the blue team instantaneously adapting here into the second game of the set. It's been difficult for the red team to get into this one. It's gonna be FatPac charging Rage off stage yet again. Will get bit, but instantly able to come back. Does miss the kick, could cost the stock there. Does manage to get back to stage.
Oh yeah, FatPac barely finding his way backstage. Yeah, FatPac just gotta do his best to survive, and of course Daffy cannot be taking all of the damage. Oh well, couldn't survive for that long. This is a very, very hyper offensive team, man, and just one that takes up so much space as well. Like, look at it, it just like, oh my gosh, it takes so much space.
Oh, he's being
but of course,
abused and burnout.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Nano just got abused.
Yeah, that was crazy. But of course, FatPac and Elijah are gonna do their best to apply some advantage. Really good. Oh my gosh. Meeseeks into Sarah takes a polymorph. Finding its mark. 1-1.
I mean, nervous for a moment there. It was a stock lead for the red team and an extra 100% on top of it. With FatPac and Elijah clean up quite nicely together. Really good stuff to force the dodges. As long as that Rick can keep projectiles up enough to get this red team dodging, FatPac can do whatever he wants. His combo game's phenomenal. If you isolate a 1v1 with him, he's probably gonna win it, and certainly did there. You see him really take it to the Jake. It was one extra dodge attempt for this player, couldn't quite make it, couldn't quite connect on it, and so Nano kind of just stuck there out in the open. It's a free pick for FatPac.
Although FatPac being, oh, never mind, finds his way back to the stage. He was in a dicey situation. Jake was charging up his Sarah. You know, FatPac was right below him. Definitely don't want to be in that spot all too often in these games. But yeah, I'm really surprised that blue team is finding so much success finding their way in this consistently, especially against a team like this. It is just so hard to find their way in. They've been punishing these Jake Nairs really well as Raven. Oh yeah, can't let that Raven rage get any value. Really good jab up beat. A Shaggy classic coming in by FatPac, man.
It's a hard dodge, and Anna managed to find it. Couldn't quite find it against the Rick, though. Finally gonna fall. It will be a Sarah to trade for Aeris. But FatPac, a couple more percentage, and you could turn this game into your favor. Can't quite do so. So it's about even. Fresh set of stocks for both teams here. And this one gonna come down to what is these last two stocks here in game 3.
Elijah gets the little rain dog cheese on him. They gotta pressure somebody. They gotta pick somebody to pressure together, get some percentage up. They got some value, but just not enough, man. Gotta find more value, especially when you get the cheese on somebody. You gotta know how to cheese.
Right now, just kind of holding Nano out there, allowing them to continue putting pressure onto Aeris. And it'll be FatPac again to charge Rage. Doing a really good job of recognizing these moments where you can find it, but hasn't been able to convert. Hasn't hit a single Rage kick yet this set. It's been very difficult for FatPac to get it going, but it has allowed for some openings there. At least enough pressure that it does allow for the tilt from Davis instead. And they managed to cook that one back the other direction. Nano just gets caught by the Sarah. Tried to parry, couldn't quite find a little bit early. I think that one comes down to, well, you know, the timing's just a little bit off, but on top of that, Elijah does a really good job of just faking the Sarah there. Just jumps. That's enough movement to make you force out the dodge, and it's a Sarah on top of it. So good recognition, a little mind gaming from the blue team will give them the lead.
Yes, sir. They are fighting a slightly uphill battle right now, and they're just doing phenomenal at it. FatPac, man, finding his way in as Shaggy, man. Hey, finding your way in as Shaggy against, like, this comp specifically, whether it be like, you know, the double Nair comp, yeah, you gotta find your way in. But of course, ElijahDaffy doing a pretty good job kind of supporting the fact that he could find his way in as well. So yeah, this is just, hey, we got a set, ladies and gentlemen, 2-1. Aeris and Nano might find a game, or hey, FatPac, Daffy might get this little game right here to end the set. Never know. Never know what can happen. Oh, big combo coming in. Oh, man, didn't get too much out of it, but hey, that was a good conversion nonetheless. Any damage is damage.
Any damage is damage. It's a bit of damage from both teams here early to start this game off. Aeris just spamming Nair, and hey, it works out, so whatever. Gonna keep spamming here. We'll grab about 3 connections there on that one, and it will be once again a polymorph here. So Nano, the player that's been caught by it the most, stuck by it yet again. Lenore on top of him. That's huge, and the Nair to finish off as well. Both stocks gone.
Yeah, Jake Nair just finding its mark both times. Can't really avoid it. Blue team has to really lock in here, find their way in, as well as not take too much percentage if they want to stay in this game. Although ElijahDaffy getting edge guarded. Oh my gosh, 3 stocks on the board. FatPac has to just really reel in that pack, man. Oh my gosh, if you want to take this game, but it's going to be such an uphill battle. Oh, Daffy succeeding on his side. FatPac finding the stock as well. Oh
okay, gosh. But they're so low percent though. Like there's actually a chance to turn this.
Hey, they do. They just gotta you just gotta avoid that Nair, man. It's really just about avoiding both of those Nairs, man. It's just they get so much value out of Nairs, whether it be Raven Nair or Jake Nair. Don't want to get hit by that Nair part 2 on Jake. No. Oh, big combo coming in from the blue team.
No, this would be such a tough loss. Slowly getting back control of the neutral is this red team. Really taking it to FatPac. Sarah's not going to be on the money. A portal back to stage and instantly turning that one around. FatPac's knee going to get involved. And it all comes down now to 1 stock.
It comes down to 1 stock as well as 1 play for the blue team. 1 misstep as the blue team, and you are gone. Daffy finding his way to get that up special, putting Nano in a bad spot, although it's not enough. He's not high enough of a percent to get killed. Aeris in a bad spot as well. 66, resetting neutral. Arm around the Jake. FatPac getting the Sarah to take the set. Oh my gosh. FatPac giving him that knee of justice. That knee of pain, putting him into that blast zone, baby. FatPac man with the clutch. And FatPac man is the king as well. You see that username right there as well. Really good set. We had a set right there. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, there was so much control of the game for the red team. Up 2 stocks, control of neutral, but some gray health and some bigger combos slowly managed to chip the damage back. You could tell the moment the Rick Jab combo started, the panic set in. Absolutely for the red team. Couldn't figure out how to stop that extra aggression, and from there it's a snowball into a defeat. That's a really tough loss.
Yeah, that really is. FatPac and Daffy just they were locked, man. They were locked for the sour showdown, man. It was all down to that last neutral interaction, man. It's just you really gotta lock in for those situations. You had the lead, you only needed one thing.
Yeah.
One neutral interaction to win the game. They were both at a high percent, but it's those comeback factors, man. You can't doubt on the FatPac man or the ElijahDaffy in that scenario. Really, really good set though, all around. Aeris and Nano have been eliminated, man. They were technically one of the tournament favorites. They've been on a tear recently, but man, just couldn't make it big.